Hello everyone and welcome once again to Aina. This week we are in a Central Asian country, bordering Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and China. This nation has a population of 6 million people. Welcome to Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan has a mountainous landscape. Compared with the hot, dry plains of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, it is quite refreshing to go into the high mountains of Kyrgyzstan. The Tian Shan Mountains is a mountain range located in Central Asia. Most of it lies in Kyrgyzstan. Tian Shan Mountains are known as the Celestial Mountains, or Mountains of the Spirits. Agriculture is an important sector of the economy in the Kyrgyz Republic. The Kyrgyz Republic's terrain is mountainous, which accommodates livestock training, the largest agricultural activity, so the resulting wool, meat, and dairy products are major commodities. Main crops include wheat, sugar beets, potatoes, cotton, tobacco, vegetables, and fruit. On the other hand, with its most important destinations, Bishkek, Osh, Uzgen on the Old Silk Road, and Jalalabad, Kyrgyzstan is the most developed country of Central Asia. Now we are leaving Bishkek for Lake Issyk-Kul. It's not difficult to travel on the highway since there's virtually no traffic. The road gets straight and sometimes curved. Still, I was able to write in my journal on the way to Lake Issyk-Kul despite the curved road. Lake Issyk-Kul is one of the major attractions of Kyrgyzstan. Located in the east of the country, it can be reached from Bishkek or Naryn by bus or taxi. Even though it gets very cold in the country, Lake Issyk-Kul never freezes. And as its name indicates, Issyk means hot in Kyrgyz language. The region around the lake is stunningly beautiful and is great for anyone who loves the outdoors. Hiking is superb in the hills and mountains around, and on the lake you can sail, surf, row, scuba dive, and fish. And for the more adventurous, there's always activities like helicopter skiing. It's the second biggest crater lake in the world. It's not very crowded here right now. However, once the weather gets much warmer, people come here to swim and sunbathe. Since it never freezes, it's called the Hot Lake. The water is very salty and clear. The nature of Lake Issyk-Kul is very inverse. As I felt the water, even though it is surrounded by cold mountains and even though the lake is situated at an altitude of 5,278 feet, the water keeps itself amazingly warm. There are many hotels around the lake for travelers and residents. The Hotel Aurora is one of them. Residents of the hotel enjoy both the fresh air and exercise. In the past, during the Soviet era, members of the Politburo would come here to vacation. Next, we are heading to the city of Naryn. The scenery is both mountainous and flat. On our way to Naryn, we run into two shepherds. They told us that they have lived on the mountains their whole life. They seem very content in their lifestyle. Meanwhile, a young man caught a 2-month-old lamb for us to pet. It's very sweet and seems very healthy. Would you look at this? I think our lovely lamb enjoys being on TV. The nomad Kyrgyz build their tents by the banks of rivers. The availability of water plays an important role in choosing where to stay. Here, this lady sells kumis, a famous traditional drink of the Kyrgyz, made from horse milk. She needs to keep mixing it to maintain its consistency. We'll talk more about this later in the program. We've now arrived in Naryn. Naryn is both a city and a province. It is the main transportation link from Kyrgyzstan to China, and it is situated on both banks of the Naryn River. The population of Naryn is 98% Kyrgyz. Traditions and old culture of Kyrgyz are still alive in this city. It boasts beautiful mountains, alpine pastures, and Sonku Lake, which during the summer months attracts large herds of sheep and horses with their herders. After we wandered through Naryn, we wanted to go back to the plains to see the nomads, as I am very curious to know how they still exist as nomads. The Kyrgyz have historically been semi-nomadic herders, living in round tents called yurts and tending sheep and horses. This nomadic tradition continues to function seasonally as herding families return to the high mountain pasture in the summer.